So there's this army advertisement or commercial, I guess you could say, that's supposed to be trying to, well, as a commercial would suggest, get people to want to actually join the army.
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems. It begins in California, with a little girl raised by two moms. Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet, eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom. With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class, and then attended UC Davis, where I joined a sorority full of other strong women. But as graduation approached, I began feeling like I'd been handed so much in life, a sorority girl stereotype. Sure, I'd spent my life around inspiring women, but what had I really achieved on my own? One of my sorority sisters was studying abroad in Italy. Another was climbing Mount Everest. I needed my own adventures, my own challenge. And after meeting with an army recruiter, I found it. A way to prove my inner strength and maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way. I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
All right, so when I first saw this, honestly, I think the first thing that really comes to mind here is, who is this commercial intended for? Really? I mean, I have the honest question here. Who is this commercial supposed to be for? Because it surely can't be for women. Because I think most women would see this and be pretty turned off by it and say, what in the world is this? Like, why would I want to join into this kind of thing? But really, I think what this is to appease maybe the male feminists, maybe the people that are the radical left on Twitter, to make them feel good about it. But the thing is that the people on the left don't even like the army. They don't like anything about the military whatsoever. I mean, for years under Obama, it was underfunded over and over again. And now we have this happening with this woke stuff, and it's absolutely ridiculous. This shouldn't be a thing that's happening at all, but yet we have to talk about her two moms, and let's just go on about all of this. There was actually a comment I saw from a veteran that said, I'm so embarrassed right now to be a veteran that it's honestly surprising. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them, because could you imagine being taking a job seriously, and then all of a sudden you have somebody in some ridiculous commercial come out talking about their two moms and how woke they are and busting stereotypes and everything else like that? Could you imagine the people that gave their lives for this country watching this stuff? The thing is that, look, you can be a woman, you want to join the army, that's on you. We can have a totally different discussion about the metrics to get in, or the requirements to get in, but that's another story for another day. But really what we're talking about here is that this video, this commercial, has nothing to do with the army, or why somebody should want to join the army, or why the army exists. The people that have lost their lives doing this, the people that are veterans that have worked hard in years, dedicated to protecting the freedom of this country, deserve the praise that they have, that they get. And these types of commercials only take away from that, because they're not even on point to what's actually taking place. These commercials are terrible. They're literally talking about things that have nothing to do with the army at all. This shouldn't be your reasoning of joining the army. Nobody cares that you have two moms. Nobody cares what you did in high school. Nobody cares that you were a part of a sorority. You're not going to get anybody to do this that way. You're not. They're just trying to make it as woke as possible because they want more woke people to join the army. But like I said, the people that are that woke don't like the army. They don't like wars. They don't like any of this stuff at all. They never have. They didn't like him before. They're not going to like him now. All it's doing is making other countries laugh at us, knowing that we have these kinds of commercials going around where you can't even take the actual thing seriously at all. That's the problem that you have with these commercials this way. It's not much different than the CIA commercial where they have to talk about this woman being so woke herself and everything. We're just seeing more and more government agencies and the military, things that should be objectively apolitical, going in a completely political path. How that's going to work for them, I don't think it's going to work well, because you have countries that have to be laughing at us now. They have to be. I would. I'm laughing at it because it's ridiculous. This isn't what the army is about. That's not what it's supposed to be. And anybody that served any time in the army or knows anybody that did knows that this kind of stuff is just an embarrassment to the work that they put in, the stuff that they fought for. That's just not the real reason why you should be joining the army at all. And if anybody joins the army based off this commercial, we're done. Like, we're done. Everybody should just go ahead and laugh at us because that's basically what we deserve.